Trust me, if you learn some of these skills before immigrating, your immigrating to Canada or settling into Canada will be seamless and easy. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, A Time with Dr. P. If you're an OG here, welcome back. Always a pleasure to have you. And if you're new here, join the family, consider subscribing. And trust me, you're going to enjoy this channel and you're going to learn something, okay? So on today's video, I'm going to be speaking on some of the skills I think you should consider learning before immigrating to Canada. You know, people come into Canada with so much high expectations, and when things are not going the way they think it should go, they quickly get depressed. Trust me, if you learn some of these skills before immigrating, your immigrating to Canada or settling into Canada will be seamless and easy. I wrote a couple of skills down here. I'm going to be going through them. So sit back and enjoy. First on this list is hairstylist. I cannot overemphasize how this skill is particularly very important. Whether you're a man or a woman, this is a skill you should consider learning because everyone is going to want to do their hair. Even if you're not someone who likes to do your hair on a regular, if it's your birthday or a special occasion, you are going to make your hair. If you have female children, you're going to want them to look pretty when they're going to school. So it's a skill that is very, very, very essential, and you start making money almost immediately arriving in Canada. So once you come in, all you need to do is probably advertise yourself in any of the groups, because my province, for instance, we have a group, and you can join the WhatsApp group and advertise your skill, let them know you can make hair. If you live in an apartment, you can quickly tell your neighbors you know how to make hair. And remember, you don't really need any income per se for this particular skill. So all you do is come in and advertise yourself and you start making money. A typical braid in Canada would range from $100 upwards for an adult, and for a child, like $70, $80. So imagine making that kind of money when you're just coming in. It makes your settling down easy. And for the men, if you're not particularly interested in making female hair, you can learn how to cut hair. So just imagine this with me now. A male husband cutting hair, the female making hair. How won't their settling down be easy? You'll settle down really, really easy. So, this skill, consider it. The second skill I noted here is being an auto mechanic. You heard me right, a mechanic, yes. You know, this particular skill I love so much. You know why? No one has a choice. If your car breaks down, you barely know what to do. So you're going to have to rely on a mechanic. If you have a diagnostic kit as a mechanic, you would use it to test the cars and know exactly what is wrong. Now, I remember when we had a little car issue when we came in. We made a call because, our friend gave us an auto mechanic's number. We called him, very professional. He said, you have to book an appointment, and then I have to use my diagnostic kit to check what is wrong with your car before I even start. I was looking at my husband. I was like, I don't understand. Are we in the hospital? Which one is check? But that's how it goes. So you book an appointment. They charge you for using their diagnostic kit to check what is wrong with your car. And then after checking and they find out what's wrong, then you pay, you go get your parts for what's wrong, and then you pay for their services. You don't have a choice. You have to fix your car if your car is bad, right? So this is a skill you should consider learning before coming to Canada, because trust me, you're going to make some cool cash and you're going to settle in easily. I noted another skill here, and that is commercial cooking. I'm sure you're wondering, okay, cooking. Yes, commercial cooking. So you can cook in your house, but do you know how to cook for a group of people? Do you know how to cook for people who are having parties and stuff? This is something you want to consider before immigrating to Canada. Now, Canada is a bit on the downside because, the weather doesn't really permit a lot of outdoor activities, but there are so many Nigerians immigrating to Canada on a daily basis. So just imagine you having like maybe an amala spot where people sometimes you don't feel like eating at home, so you make it commercial, so you charge people for cooking for them, or some other thing like catering for parties or birthdays, stuff like that. Since I came, I've been looking for where to order like amala, asun, pomo. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of Nigerians here, and we don't really have anyone who is doing like proper commercial cooking. If cooking is your passion or you enjoy cooking, this is one skill you should consider when immigrating to Canada. So another skill I noted down here is construction. So when I say construction, any part of building. There's so many immigrants coming into Canada every day. And so they're building a lot of houses. So if you know how to paint, you know how to tile. So painters, tilers, plumbers, any part of building you know how to do. Trust me, it's a skill that is very, very, very essential in Canada. The level with which immigrants are coming into Canada is so much, and so many projects are ongoing. So if you know anything about construction, learn it, enhance it, and this skill will be very, very useful to you in Canada. Another skill I noted here is tailoring. I'm a bit like this about tailoring. It's not really in high demand, but I believe if you can create a niche for yourself. So what I mean is put yourself out there. Create your own brand, make it very stylish. I mean, even if the weather doesn't really permit making a lot of outfits, but I believe during summer, if you are able to stand out, people will rather patronize you as a tailor instead of, making clothes from back home and then spending so much money on shipping it back here. So tailoring, but like I said, create your own brand, and it's still a skill that I believe would sell. So I noted another skill here, photography. Photography, I would say over and over and over again because, I'm a YouTuber and I like photos and stuff. And typically, the few photographers I've contacted here, a photo session will go for a minimum of like $200. And so people would shoot like birthday shoots, naming ceremony, pre-wedding shoots. There are not a lot of photographers. So if you have just a little passion for photography, take that skill and enhance it before immigrating to Canada. You make a lot of money with that skill if you come here or if you immigrate to Canada. Another skill I noted here, this is quite funny because, if anybody told me before I came to Canada that this is something that someone should learn, I'd be like, really? Phone repairs or gadget repairs generally. It is such a big deal. Like the other day, my daughter put her phone charger in the charger port and it broke in it. And it cost us $50. $50 to get that fixed. You have to fix it or you have to get a new iPad. $50 and getting a new iPad, we had to fix it. So imagine you know how to fix gadgets. That's a way of making passive income. Another skill I noted here is baking and pastries generally. I'm Nigerian and we love our Nigerian cakes and small chops and pastries generally. It just is not the same. The one you see in the shop here is not the same as the Niger pastries, if you know what I mean. So if you're a baker and you're considering immigrating to Canada, consider enhancing that skill. And if you're not a baker and you want to make some passive income, learn how to bake. It will fetch you some really, really cool cash. Because particularly birthdays, you want to make like our typical, the way we design our Nigerian cakes. That can only be done by someone who has that skill. Because if you go to the regular shop, you won't get those typical, those Nigerian cakes that are, special and, So learn how to bake if you want to make some passive income. The last skill I noted here, I don't even know if to call it a skill, but it's driving. Please, please, please. If you're planning to immigrate to Canada and you do not know how to drive yet, please learn how to drive. You'll be missing out on a lot of opportunities if you come into Canada and you do not know how to drive. Trust me, I'm not speaking ignorantly. I've seen several people in this country, immigrants, Nigerians, who came in without learning how to drive. So let me give you a typical example of some of the opportunities you'll be missing out on. Delivery jobs, Instacart, DoorDash. These are jobs you can easily start up with, make some cool cash before settling down properly to get your dream job, you know? So if you don't know how to drive, what are you going to do? Outside making money, you got to move your family around. You got to go around and know how to, get things done. If you do not know how to drive, that's going to set your settling into the country way, way back. So please, male, female, it's not just about the males. Everyone has to know how to drive. So please learn how to drive before coming in. So if you're watching this video and other skills that you feel will be beneficial to immigrants or people just moving into Canada, please leave it in the comment section. We have to help each other to settle in seamlessly, okay? Because, you come into a country, you don't want to get frustrated. You're coming for greener pastures, and let's keep it green, okay? If you enjoyed watching this video and it was beneficial to you in any way, give the video a thumbs up, share this video to anyone you feel it will be beneficial to, and subscribe to this channel, watch my previous videos, and until I come your way again, this is Dr. P signing out. Bye-bye.